Welcome, friends. It's Ashley Clarke with Earthkeeper Yoga, and I am here in my home studio in Birmingham, Alabama, and I welcome you to a gentle yoga practice. So before we get started today, I want to tell you just a little bit about when we come to yoga. Sometimes we don't show up the same way every day, just like we don't wake up and feel the same way every day. So some days are more difficult and more challenging for us, and some days just feel like an easy, nice ride. And so I am in a place today where it feels so good to be on my mat, and I have looked forward to having this time to film for you. So when you're feeling good, maybe that's when this class is going to really hit home for you. Or maybe it's the day where you're not feeling so good, but you'd really like to be around some people that can lift you up a little bit. So let me be that for you today. All right, for today's class, I invite you to have your trusty blanket as well as a couple of blocks, and have some water nearby too. We're in that spring season, pollen in the air, dust. Take good care of yourself and stay hydrated as well. So grab what you need and come on back. All right, friends, so this is your permission slip to show up however you are feeling today, and know that you are supported by not only me and this practice, but also by your trusty mat. So I'm going to welcome you to go ahead and come into a comfortable seat. And if your seat doesn't look like mine, totally fine. I invite you to reach the crown of your head up towards the sky. Let the shoulders really get heavy, sink down towards the floor, and then press that tailbone in. You're going to feel a little engagement through the low belly. Just great. All right, go ahead and close those eyes or find a soft gaze towards the floor, and bring your lips together and just let the tongue just rest in the mouth. Give yourself a deep breath. And sigh it out. Beautiful. Now I invite you to imagine the shape of a spiral. How it starts in the center and then makes its way out, making bigger circles around each turn. And I invite you to let your breath start really small in the center of you. Small inhales and exhales. And then with each breath, imagine that inhale is getting a little bit deeper, taking up more space in a spiral shape, and then constricting just a bit, inhaling bigger. And exhale. Just continuing to move here with your breath. Letting that spiral shape just move in and out. And allow yourself to really take up some space internally with each breath. And then slowly let that spiral start to become smaller. So does the breath. Until you return back to just normal breathing in and out. Give yourself about 3 more rounds. Beautiful. As you close off that last exhale, go ahead and bring some awareness to the soles of your feet. And send that a ripple of awareness up through the legs. Is there still tension in the legs and then thighs, hips? Did you lose a little bit of length through the spine? Continuing to breathe here, 2 more rounds. Beautiful. Start to make the smallest of spirals with your nose, connecting it to that regular breath. So inhaling and exhaling, just letting that nose spiral really small. And then with each breath, let it get bigger, just like the nose, circling, making bigger spirals. Letting the breath guide the movement here. Eyes can be closed or open, your choice. Feeling into that neck as you make these spirals get really big. And at the end of that next exhale, go ahead and switch those directions, beginning big, and using about 6 or 7 breath cycles to come back into the center. And there you can center the body and center your breath. But give yourself this time to just spiral through here, about 4 more breaths. Last 2. Slowly making your way back into center. Give yourself that deep inhale through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. Beautiful. From here, I invite you to open your eyes. Yes. All right. So really press the tailbone into the floor. Reach up through the crown of the head. Take an inhale. Move that chest over towards that left knee. Same thing. Really super small spirals going to really big. And then we'll circle back around to small. So inhale. Really small here. Just feeling in. Noticing what's there. Breath guides movement. Getting bigger with each breath. And give yourself about 3 more breaths to get really big. But listen to your body. Don't overdo it. Stay within the confines of your spiral. And when you find the end of this next exhale, we'll take a fresh breath and start big, going the opposite direction. And about 6 breaths to make your way back into the center. Two more. And circling in after that last exhale, coming back to stillness, pressing the tailbone into the earth, crown reaches towards the sky. Letting go breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it all out. Beautiful. Let's give ourselves some wrist circles or waves, whatever feels good here. Just feeling into the palms. You can do whatever works for you. Make jazz hands and then make fists. Send fists down and then up, opening the palms. Just whatever works for you here. Just feeling in. If you hear those little pops, that's just gas escaping. We're getting some synovial fluid moving through those joints. All right. And shake it all out. We're going to make our way into a table, and so we are going to be on our knees for a moment. So if you have your trusty blanket or beach towel, even if it's a pillow off the couch, just go ahead and let yourself get comfortable with something under the knees. And then when you get there, we're going to go ahead and start to make some spirals with our bodies here. So we're going to start really small. Send some awareness over towards that left wrist. Bring weight over the right. Little bitty shimmy backwards with those hips. and begin to get bigger from here. So inhaling, sinking it back just a little further. And if your feet are feeling tight, you can even curl the toes here. Totally up to you. And give yourself 3 more breaths, getting nice and big here. And then when you find the end of that exhale, we'll switch, moving over to the right. Nice and big here. Making our way just a little bit smaller. And give yourself about 4 more breaths. Notice how the smaller movements may be felt in opposite places of the bigger movements. Centering through that last exhale, we'll come back into our table. Release the tops of the feet back to the mat. Reach through the crown of the head. Take an inhale. And then exhale, sit those hips back. Find a child's pose. Resting in. Releasing down. Stacking palms if you need to. Breathe in and out, 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Rise up. You're going to come into your table and then lift the hips into your down dog. You can move this blanket out of the way. We may need it in a moment. It's going to be your yogi's choice. But for right now, just pedal through the feet. Connect that breath to movement once again. And give it 1 more breath. Move into a moment of stillness here in your down dog. Release the kneecap, so try not to let the legs be all flexed up. Beautiful. Go ahead and walk those hands towards the top of the mat. Let the feet follow. We'll meet together there in our forward fold. Go ahead and give yourself an inhale halfway, long spine. Reach the crown away. And then exhale, release down towards your mat. Inhale here. Exhale, slow rise. Let's make our way into our mountain. Feel the connection of the feet to the earth, ripple up through the crown of the head. Beautiful. Take an inhale, reach the arms up over the head. Let the shoulders settle down. We'll take an inhale and do something similar to a backstroke. So exhale, let those arms open behind you. Inhale, let them rise up. Soft knees here. Exhale, open through the heart. Notice if you're clenching your teeth. And give yourself 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Inhale, arms come up. From here, take an inhale. Let's send those arms forward. Nice big circles. Inhale. Exhale, reach them up. Inhale forward, tuck that tailbone in, stretch through the front of the legs. Exhale, let them rise. So just keeping any of that pressure out of the low back by keeping that bend in the knees. And give it 2 more rounds. Beautiful. Bring the arms up over the head. Let the palms come together. Bring them down in front of your heart. Bow chin to chest. Check the connection with your feet to the mat. Let that spine really ripple up. Find 2 breaths right here. Hands at the heart. And release the glutes. Beautiful. Take an inhale. And then exhale to slowly open your eyes. All right, so maybe even just a little bit of a blooper reel here, because I'm going to offer something that sometimes looks really funny when I try to do it myself, but that's not going to keep me from offering it to you. So what we're going to do is reach those arms up towards the sky. Let the arms come up, or hands come apart rather, and let the shoulders settle. So just a moment ago, we went backwards with the arms and then we went forward with the arms. Can we go backwards and forwards at the same time? Let's see if we can. Let the right arm go back, left arm forward. Here we go. Inhale. And see if you're holding your breath or clenching your teeth. I did the good side first. This can make you laugh. It seems a little silly, but it's actually really good for freeing the joints and getting all that tension out of the neck. Give it 1 more. Arms come up. Bring the palms together. Bring them down in front of your heart. Bow chin to chest. Give yourself a letting go breath. Inhale deep. Exhale, sigh it out. Beautiful. Inhale, arms rise, hands come apart. This time the left arm gets to lead, so it'll go forward and the right arm will go back. Softness in the knees. Here we go. Inhale. Getting a little energy going there in the belly. Last one. Bring those arms up. Bring them down in front of your heart. Bow chin to chest. Give yourself a breath. Beautiful. Arms and gaze rise. Hands stay together. Exhale. Swan dive. Forward fold. Feeling into the back of the legs here. Giving yourself that willow tree. That little side to side sway. Let the head hang heavy. Softness in the knees. Give it 1 more breath. Take an inhale. Send this right leg long down the mat. And then if you want to lower that right knee, if that works better in your body, go ahead and do that. But if you want to leave the right leg up, that's fine as well. That's what I'm going to do. That's my choice for the day, but tomorrow I might have chosen something different. Send that right heel back. Stretch through that calf muscle. And use the inside of this left arm to keep that left knee right over the left foot. You could even use blocks here if you need to make more space for yourself. Your body, be kind to it. Give it 1 more breath. Beautiful. Lower this right knee down to the mat. Lower the right top of the foot to the mat. Grab your blocks, bring them on either side of your left foot if you haven't already, and then reach through the crown of the head. Press your left foot into the floor. Let that left leg engage. Stretch through the shoulders here, through the shoulder blades. It's really through the collarbone. Give it 1 more breath. Beautiful. Now use your blocks. Press into this left foot. Start to send the hips back. Use blocks on either side of the foot. See if you can lift those left toes off the mat. Maybe even bring the blocks to the tallest setting. And take an inhale. And then exhale, fold forward, keeping a long spine. And notice if your right hip is swinging over to the right. Send them square behind you, deepening that stretch through the left hamstring. Last breath. Beautiful. Bring that left foot to the floor. Move your blocks up towards the top of your mat. Just keep lunging forward here. Left arm keeps that left knee at least parallel to the left foot. Stretching through the groin here. I invite you to meet me back at the top of the mat in a forward fold. So one way to do that is to curl toes, lift the hips, use some energy in the ball of that right foot, and come into a forward fold. If you need to meet me there in some other way, that's fine. Head hangs heavy, one more breath. Inhale, left leg steps long down the mat. Send that left heel back. Reach through the crown of the head. Maybe even grab those blocks to make some more space for yourself. And keep that right arm in line with that right knee, just keeping the knee over the ankle. Stretching through that left groin. One more breath. Lower the left knee down to the mat, left top of the foot to the mat. If you didn't use blocks, but you're going to use them now, go ahead and reach for those. Press into this right foot, send the hips back. Hands can walk on the blocks. Bring those right toes up towards the sky. Heel stays on the mat. Take an inhale. And then exhale, keeping a long spine, hinging at the hips, fold forward. Awareness to this left hip. Is it hanging out over there to the left? See if you can square those hips just a little bit more, deepening that stretch through the hamstring. And notice if you're clenching your teeth. Slowly bring that right foot back down to the mat. Walk those blocks up towards that right foot. And then lean forward just a bit, deepening that goodness through that left side of the groin. And give it one more. Beautiful. Move the blocks out of the way. And then you're going to press your hands into the floor, send the hips back. Right knee comes back to meet left. Come down into a child's pose. You can even spread the knees wide towards the outside edges of the mat if you need more space. Let those shoulders sink down towards the earth. Notice where you feel constricted and where that air can really take up some space. Beautiful. Inhale here, coming into your table. Exhale, down dog. Pedal through the feet. Gaze is towards the knees if you're choosing to keep the eyes open. And find 2 breaths of stillness in your down dog. Take an inhale, lift this left leg up towards the sky. Circle the ankle. Take an inhale, bring knee to nose, step this left foot through, and then you're going to turn this right heel in towards center. We've got warrior 2 legs. Windmill the arms up, we're going to come right into warrior 2. So shoulders stay over hips. Lunging into that left knee, gaze goes towards those left fingertips. So I want you to imagine that you're playing tug of war, and each one of the ends of your hands is the rope. And so somebody's going to be pulling you forward and then back. That's where we'll go. We'll take an inhale forward and exhale back. Moving here with the inhales and the exhales. Inhale forward, turn that left palm up, exhale, reverse warrior. Breathe. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten the left leg, inhale. Move forward and down. Here is our triangle. Reaching the gaze up towards that right thumb. That left hand can come to a block or anywhere on your left leg. Reach the crown of the head away, find space in the back of the neck, and then turn the nose towards that right hand. So the heart is really open here. Beautiful. Let the right hand come down to the mat, sending the heart towards the floor. Left hand plant, spin onto the ball of that right foot, and make your way back into your down dog. Deep cleansing breath in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. Take an inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky, circle the ankle. Take an inhale, bring knee to nose, step the right foot through, left heel comes in towards center, warrior two legs. Give yourself a fresh breath and then windmill those arms up. Let's find warrior two on the right side. Gaze towards those fingers. Shoulders over hips. Here is our tug of war. So inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Inhale forward. Turn that right palm up. Exhale, reverse warrior. Take an inhale back to warrior two. Straighten through the right leg. Inhale forward and then down. Here's our triangle. Staying open through the heart. Send the crown of the head away and then turn the nose up towards those left fingertips. Open through the upper body. Bring the left hand down. Go ahead and turn your heart towards the floor. Let's meet in a plank or a kneeling plank. Take an inhale. And then exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Palms come under the shoulders, tops of the feet come to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. And keep those elbows squeezed in towards the ribs. Release anything in the low back and the glutes. Use your back strength. One more breath. Lower the head down, press the palms into the mat, and make your way into a down dog. And give yourself one more breath. We'll walk those hands and feet towards one another. We'll meet in the center of the mat in a forward fold. Let's take an inhale, halfway long spine. And exhale, release down towards the earth. Inhale here. Exhale, slow rise. Let's meet in that mountain. 2 breaths. Really give yourself a moment to let the feet settle into the earth. Ripple up through the spine. Breathe. Inhale, arms and gaze rise. And exhale, bring those palms in front of your heart, and then just turn to either side so that you can still, well, as long as you can hear me, you're fine. And let those feet come nice and wide. And when those feet come nice and wide, I'm going to invite you to press into the balls of your feet so the heels can come in. Hands are in prayer at the heart. You're going to take an inhale, start to send the arms up as the knees bend, and then use the exhale to find goalpost arms. Shoulder blades kiss behind, and then tuck the tailbone in, stretch through the front of the legs. Goddess pose. Reach the crown away. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly come up. Don't want to get dizzy there. Bring the toes towards the long edge of the mat. Reach the fingertips towards the sky and then let the shoulders settle. Inhale, ripple up strength from the soles of the feet all the way through the center of you up to the crown of your head. 5-pointed star. Tuck that tailbone in, engage through the center of your body. Breathe. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, release all the tension, go into a forward fold. And then let yourself do some little ninja lunges, feeling into the inside of the legs. And give it one more breath. Bend the knees, take an inhale, and then exhale, slow rise. Coming into a wide-legged mountain, press the feet into the earth, ripple up through the spine, shoulder blades come together, one breath. Inhale, arms and gaze rise. Exhale, bring those palms down in front of your heart. Shimmy your feet back together and face towards the top of the mat. Give yourself a breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Walk hands forward. Feet back. Right into plank or kneeling plank. Reach through the crown of the head. Inhale here. Exhale all the way down. Palms stay under the hips. Not under the hips. Palms stay under shoulders. Tops of the feet come to the mat. Inhale, rise up. Release through the glutes. And squeeze those shoulders in towards your ribs. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale to lower down. So turn your face where you can see me. I'm going to send my right arm out to the right, and I've got my left hand right under my left shoulder. I'm going to press into that left shoulder, roll onto my right side body, and then I'm going to bend this left knee so that the foot comes behind my right leg. And then I'm going to grab one of these blocks and let my head rest on it and let everything go. I invite you to do the same. Scan from the soles of the feet up to the crown of the head. Where are you still clenching, holding? Try to release. Let the breath start to calm. And give it 3 more. Let the left hand come out, move out just a little bit towards where that left shoulder would land. Slowly roll through center. Right hand comes under right shoulder, left arm out to the left. Pressing into that right hand, rolling onto the left side body. Move that block where you can rest your right temple, or your left temple on it rather, and then bend this right leg. Release the jaw. Find the tension anywhere in the body, send awareness to it, and relax. Stay with the breath. 3 more rounds. Roll down onto your belly. Bring both hands under the shoulders. You can move the block out of the way. Press into the palms, send the hips back. Give yourself a child's pose. You might even shimmy the hips just a little bit side to side. Keep your awareness right here. Notice where the breath feels constricted. Give it 1 more. Beautiful. Start to come into your table. Swing your feet to one side so that you can come down onto your booty. And then you can roll down onto your back. Keep those knees bent. Yeah, just roll on down. Take up some space with the back, and then once you come to this position, send the arms up towards the sky, but let the shoulders settle. Inhale the legs up towards the sky. And we're going to start to move in an asymmetric way. So before we start, reach the crown of the head away. There's space in the back of the neck. You're feeling supported underneath you. We're going to inhale, send the left leg long, right arm long. Bring it back up. Inhale, right leg down, left arm down. Bring it back up. Opposite, right arm, left leg. Breathe. So we're working on motor control today in a yoga class. That's good for you. Just moving opposite of one another. Not judging anything that's showing up. Just giving yourself permission to do things a little differently. Let's give it 1 more round each side. Now, if this is too much even, you could have done that whole thing with the knees bent just to take some of the pressure off. All right, circle wrists and ankles. Go ahead and bring the arms so the elbows bend and the fingers interlace right at the nape of the neck. Squeeze the legs together. Let the inside of the feet touch. Let's find those little spirals with breath. Inhale. Massaging the low back. Again, you could do this with knees bent. Letting the circles get bigger with each move through, each breath. You don't have to go crazy here, but you can if you're feeling it. Let's go 2 more breaths. All right, into that exhale, inhale, nice and big, the opposite direction. Still working on that coordination, that motor control, and doing a little strengthening through the center as we do it. You've got 3 more breaths. Let's start to make our way back to center. We'll end with those legs coming back into center. And then bend the knees. Take the arms from behind the head. Let the hands come just to the outside of the knees. Knees go outside the ribs. Give yourself a little side to side rock. And after you finish massaging that low back, go ahead and give yourself whatever I didn't offer that your body is asking for. Allow yourself a few moments to release in any way that serves. And then as you're ready, I invite you to move into whatever Shavasana will look like for you today. And when you get there, get to that place where you want to just rest. Give yourself another letting go breath. So in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. You can slowly start to bring some awareness back into this space that we have created together. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. And circle the wrists and the ankles. Reach the arms up over your head. Point the toes. Reach the fingertips. Give yourself a full body stretch. And allow yourself to roll on to your favorite side. Bringing those knees up near the belly, feeling supported with the mat beneath you. I invite you to slowly make your way back up into a comfortable seat, and we'll meet there together with hands at the heart. So our quote's a little lengthy today, but it's so good I want to share the whole thing with you. It's from an account that I follow on Instagram called Rising Woman. It says, we can put so much pressure on ourselves to be somewhere other than where we are right now. There's no need to rush your healing. Give yourself all the time, space, and permission to be exactly as you are in this moment. Tend to your heart with tenderness. It's okay to move slowly. It's okay to feel what you are feeling. We have this idea that healing means we find ourselves in a state of perfection, that we will never get triggered again, never act out of pain again, that will somehow or some way be past it all. But that's not how healing works. It's a lifelong journey. It's baby steps towards showing up more vulnerably and more powerfully. Give yourself permission to be exactly where you are today. May you know kindness, and may you be kind. Gratitude for practicing with me today. Namaste.